Hey guys, what's up? I'm CJ and welcome back to my galaxy. Today's video is a little bit different. I'm in a little bit of a different location because I am setting up for a stall for my reading and writing club at my university. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose which university I go to. I don't need stalkers on the internet. However, I am going to show you what I am doing for a part of the stall, which is a reading suggestion for people to go up to the stall and pick out like what their next read is essentially going to be. I have 5 little mason jars here that I'm going to put different stories, novels, novellas, that sort of thing in the jars depending on genres, but I have to set up what it's going to look like first. So I have 5 of these jars here and I'm going to do, I have written down romance, horror, fantasy and contemporary for genres, and then I'm going to do a random genre jar. I need a sign first of all. I have highlighters here that I'm going to write because the texters, I was going to use texters, but then I realized they bleed through paper really easily and I don't want to overcomplicate things and use like special paper. I say special paper, I don't know, like thicker paper. So I literally have just random A4 pieces of paper here that I'm going to write on. So it's not going to take up the entire part of this, but I'm going to tell you guys about this university club because why not? I'm not going to tell you what the name is because obviously, once again, don't need stalkers. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna do a test of what this is gonna look like. Which color should we use? Which is gonna be dark enough? Blue, green, pink, purple, green. So okay, what I'm gonna write is stuck on your next read, stuck on what to read next. Stuck on what to read next. And then in another color I'm gonna say choose from our reading suggestions. Choose from our reading suggestions. Yeah, that works. This club is essentially a reading and writing club, and we have book clubs, and it started last year. It's been going for about a year now. Oh, ta-da! Can you even see that? No, neither can I. Blue's a little bit darker. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so this is a reading and writing club. We do book clubs. At the moment, our first event is going to be, well, other than like an orientation week event, which is like, come hang out and see what we do in this club and meet new members and that sort of thing. Our first official book club event is reading The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. I started reading it for a class, but I didn't get the full access to the entire short story and I had to pay for it. So I went, there's no way in hell I'm doing that. I'm not going to pay for that. So now I'm gonna actually have to buy The Lottery somewhere or find it on the internet and definitely not pirate it off the internet somewhere and read it so I can discuss it for my book club. Stuck on what to read next, take a book suggestion. Oh my god, there is it's not entirely even, but that's fine. We're just gonna ignore that. Do I want to change it? Not really. My club currently does not have a bank account, so creating these events for book clubs and writing is just quite nearly impossible, which is very frustrating. So I've had to improvise, and that's why it's been going for a year, and it's a kind of a failure. So I am trying to make it less of a failure at the moment. I should not be using highlighters for this, but it's too late anyway. Okay, romance. I'm gonna put them on the jar and the lid. Without a bank account for a club at a university, doing any sort of event that's good in any way possible is extremely, extremely difficult. All our events have had pretty much no one show up to them. a couple people have shown up. So it's been going for about a year and people just are not around, which is probably the worst thing when you're starting a new club and trying to get it off the ground. And I didn't expect it to happen. I feel like not many people actually start a club. I feel like not many people have started clubs recently at the university I go to. In fact, my university didn't adapt very well to COVID or post-COVID. They adapted, I guess, to my knowledge, because I was still in high school when COVID started. I'm pretty sure my university adapted just like everyone else, but they never adapted again post-COVID. My university just stayed in the COVID days, and I'm not really sure why they did that, because it's been 4 years now, and I've been there for almost three. I'm going into my third year now. I've been there for almost 3 years now, and they just never changed what they've been doing. I've never been in an in-person lecture, and I see so many people going to in-person lectures, and I'm like, why have I never experienced that? Kind of feel like I'm being robbed of a university experience. This club is pretty much the closest thing I've gotten to a proper university experience that everyone else seems to be having, like at regular universities and going to events and doing whatever the hell. It's not like a college experience, what like Americans experience with college, but it is at least things that you can do in person, especially post-COVID, that everyone else I'm seeing, like they have events, they have clubs, they have they have proper lectures and seminars and academics. And then my university never reintroduced that, because I know for a fact that they used to have it, because I've heard like word of mouth of people who have been at university longer than I have. So I essentially created the opportunity for myself, except it's not working because my university's so messed up from COVID, which is just rather unfortunate. So I'm hoping they adapt for the other people who are going into university, that other people who go to the same university as me end up doing well and having a proper experience. I'm changing universities after this. I want to do postgrad for literary studies, and I refuse to do it at the same university simply because of how much of a mess it is. So anyway, this university club has been my attempt at actually making this university experience bearable and getting my money's worth for this degree that I don't hate, but I hate the environment I'm in while studying this degree. I really love learning, and I wish they were better with literary studies and arts at the university I go to. So because I'm trying to create this little reading and writing community at my university, I am also hosting writing sessions where you come and have like little writing prompts. You get writing prompts, writing activities, and then you can write in the company of others. So you can eventually come up with a story that will be presented at an open mic night. So I think that would be, I think that'd be really cool to be able to do. However, we haven't been able to do it in the past because we don't have enough people showing up. What I'm trying to do with this orientation week stall is essentially get more people to go and attend and whatnot. So for the next bit of the video, I am going to essentially do like, I don't know, I guess a time lapse or something, a little aesthetic part of the video where I'm setting up and sticky taping the rest of this on and finishing this up, and hopefully I can show you the end product at the end of that. here I have some small little pieces of paper that I'm gonna put in these jars with book suggestions for each genre. I'm gonna start with romance because romance is not the genre I actually like. However, the people who have joined my club are, a lot of them absolutely love romance. In fact, they all read Colleen Hoover. And no offense to the people's taste in novels, because I don't have a problem with trashy romance novels, but I wouldn't even consider Colleen Hoover a trashy romance novelist. She just shouldn't be an author, full stop. When I first started the club and started doing events, I tried to get people to read Wuthering Heights, not knowing that everyone was so very into romance, and nobody read it. Nobody came to the events. So there's a part of me that kind of wants to put Loveless by Alice Oseman in these romance jars, just to see if someone picks it out and complains about it. So I'm going to write down Loveless by Alice Oseman. I'm going to be, should I put that in contemporary though? No. I don't know any Ara Ace romance novels. I know there are quite a few. I'm looking at like a list of romance novels right now. I'm just gonna put 1 or 2 Loveless just to see if someone gets that and actually reads it. For anyone who doesn't know on this channel, I'm Ara Ace, so I like antagonizing people a little bit when it comes to my sexuality. I'm gonna put some Jane Austen in there, and I'm probably gonna do Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. I don't know which ones I should be choosing that aren't like really toxic and promoting abuse and stuff, because all the popular books have really bad themes to them that really should not be suggested to people. The only romance novels I know are like classics that don't have weird, well, I guess they're weird. I'll tell you what I'm looking at right now. Red, White, and Royal Blue, Happy Place by Emily Henry, House of Flames, The Notebook, didn't realize that one was based off, that movie was based off of a novel. Do you reckon Breakfast at Tiffany's counts? I've just been looking at that one recently to read for the book club as one of the events. Should I put 50 Shades of Grey in there just to be funny? I'll write down Outlander. Outlander seems romance enough. I'm gonna have to bring some extra paper with me to be able to put more notes in here in case people take a lot of them. Okay, I think that's enough for now. So that one's complete. There's romance complete. I feel I'm gonna have to add some more in, definitely, at some point. But I'm gonna have to do a little more research with romance. All right, horror novels. What? A lot of Stephen King in here. Let's put some classic Stephen King in. Let's put The Shining. 1977, that's how old that is? Oh my god. I had no idea. I'm not really into Stephen King, just to point that out. I tried to read one of his novels from the 80s and it sucked. In my personal opinion, people are allowed to have their own opinions. Clearly, many people love Stephen King. Otherwise, not all his books would be turned into movies. And then I'm going to put some gothic ones in there as well to do with like Frankenstein, Dracula, that sort of thing. Shirley Jackson also did The Haunting of Hill House. I'm going to put that one down. I'm also going to put down Wuthering Heights just because I really like Wuthering Heights. It's one of my favorite classic novels simply because you hate all of the characters when you read that novel, and I just find it very entertaining how much I hate every single one of those characters. And I would say it's not necessarily horror, but it's like gothic-ish, so it's close enough. I've got a couple in horror which I will duplicate later. What do we have next? Fantasy, also not one that I know a lot of YA fantasy novels, not a lot of everything else. The Game of Thrones, 5th season, Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna put Lord of the Rings down. Oh my god, his name is so long. June. We can do June because that one's being turned into a movie. Apparently a lot of people like The Six of Crows. Is that a YA? I don't know. It's a YA fantasy. I think I'm gonna stray away from YA because this is university. Although is the Lord of the Rings YA? Is it J.R.R. Tolkien? Okay. Stephen King has written a fantasy novel. Of course he has. Dark fantasy. 1982. The Dark Tower, The Gunslinger. Good Omens. What's Good Omens about? Neil Gaiman. Is Good Omens a series as well? Good Omens is a YA. Oh my god. Why is there so much freaking YA? I don't want a YA. This one's difficult. I know I've put some YA in here, but oh my god, Ella Enchanted? That's an Anne Hathaway movie. Contemporary. How contemporary is contemporary? The Hate U Give. I've read that one. Pretty good book. The Hate U Give is actually a movie as well with Amandla Stenberg. If you don't know who Amandla Stenberg is, she is the actress of Rue in The Hunger Games. And she acts in The Hate U Give when she's older. She was like 19 when she filmed the movie. It's really good. Highly recommend reading the book and then watching the movie. Although it has some very strong themes of police brutality, so just proceed with caution for that one. Contemporary novel right now is between 1990 and the present. I Feel Bad About My Neck by Nora Ephron. Okay, there's a couple that I'll duplicate later in contemporary, and now I shall do random genre. I think I'm gonna duplicate some of the novels in here that I think would be good. Okay, I'm gonna put like 1984 by George Orwell. I actually really hate 1984. I read it for year 12 English, and I had to do that for my final exams. They write an essay on it, and it sucked. I'm gonna write down Animal Farm though by George Orwell because he's a very famous author from the 20th century, but I personally don't like his writing. Okay, I think I have a good few novels to go off of and bring. Alright, so this is what we ended up with. Jars like this, 5 of them, with five different genres, and this really bad looking sign that I'm gonna put behind it. I need something to prop it up with as well. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this bit of a different video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Comment down below, are you a part of a book club, whether that be university, college, just in life? Were you in one in high school perhaps? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know any of your favorite book suggestions. I would love to know what you guys are reading. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but I've been CJ. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.